Hello everybody, today we're gonna continue with our playlist. Let's create a new part here and you can start creating a sketch on YZ plane. Try to do the same profile that I'm going to create here. With this profile we will get all the solid body of our part. To be a cylindrical part. Okay, after creating this profile, I'll ask you guys to change this line here. We're going to transform into axis. And now with this axis, we can create a different kind of dimension. If you use the constraint command and select this line first or at second, with the right click of the mouse, you can access these features here. And I'm going to use radius diameter. If you use radius diameter, then you can create this kind of dimension that will help us to create cylindrical parts. I, I just need you to create three kinds of this dimension. Okay, now that we have this one, this kind of dimension, let's create the other kinds. Select this line, one for this other line, another for this, and one last for this one. I'm going to ask you also to create a angle dimension here, and you can remove you can turn off the command, and right now let's change the dimensions. Okay, we change all our dimensions, but if you want a dimension of the height of your part, for example the dimension of this line, you can create this dimension, but uh, use the right click and set as reference. This way the over constrained condition will not interfere in on our sketch. Okay, we can confirm the sketch with Edit Workbench, and let's go to Shift Command. Just press OK, and that's it. Go here on Sketch Command and select again the YZ plane. Look for the elongated hold command. I'm going to create right here on the vertical axis. I want you guys to remove this dimension. Right click, delete. Now let's create our own dimensions. Distance between this point and this edge, a dimension for this line, and a distance between these two other lines. Okay, now we can change the dimensions. And you can confirm using Edit Workbench. Confirm our sketch. modifications, and go here on pocket. On type, change to up to next at the first limit and up to next at the second limit. Preview OK. Alright, now just one last thing to finish the part. Select again the YZ plane and start a new sketch. This time we're going to create some rectangles, but before creating the rectangles, I want you guys to do something first. I'm going to create a projection here. Ask you guys to use the project 3D silhouette adds, and select this face. If you select this cylindrical face, you gain these two lines here. Make sure to turn them to construction element. And now we can create the rectangles. Go here on rectangle and try to use this line as reference to create a coincidence constraint. If the second rectangle you do not select this alignment, then you can make by yourself. Select, hold Control, select these two lines and go here on coincidence constraint. I could also do the same thing with these other two lines here. Okay, and now we can create our dimensions. Select this edge and this line and this other edge and this line. Okay, now let's change the dimensions. Let's go back to the part design and workbench and look for groove command. Probably some of you are thinking, where is the axis? We do not create the axis on our sketch. It doesn't matter because the part itself has its own axis. Select this axis as reference and go here and change the dimensions. First angle, preview, okay, and then now the second angle, the same value. All right, that's it. Now let's go to the drafting workbench. You can go here on front view command and select the YZ plane as reference to create our first view. And then you can go here on offset section view command. I want you guys to create a section line in this area. You can move the view down here. But as you can see, it's like the view is cut. We do not want the view cut this way, so double click on this section and try to extend the points of this line. You can confirm right here, and that's it. Get now the whole view here without any cut. And I want you guys to create a isometric view too. And let's change some properties here. The front view, I ask you guys to change the properties, add the properties of axis and center line. The sectional view, you can just click on center line, and I want you guys to change the sheet properties. Go here on properties, and the scale will be half. Okay. Now let's create some dimensions here. To create the angle, try to select these two lines right here. There will be two angles for us. The first will be this, and the second will be on the top of this. You just need to select one line to create this angle. I'm gonna ask you to move, but you can change the to create here, make a horizontal dimension by clicking here on this reference. I could also create a last dimension here, the height of our part. If you're having problems with this yellow point, go here on right click and change the point. And that's all for today, my friends. See you guys in the next video.